Alright, hi guys. I want to start off by thanking everybody for being here. I also want to give a huge shout out to our project partners who couldn't be here today, but I'm sure they'll see the video. Our project partners are Kevin Gaston and Paul Jenkins from Surfrider Ventura County. So, to kick us off, I want to introduce you to our team. My name is Cassie, this is Josh, Monica, and Juliet. So we'll start off by giving you kind of an agenda of what we're going to go over today. I'm going to cover an overview of Surfrider, what the Ventura County chapter does, and the projects that we're working on. Josh is going to cover some of our objectives, our progress check. All of our team members will do some data analysis, and then Monica and Juliet will take it home with our challenges and our next steps. So let's get started. What is the Surfrider Foundation? The Surfrider Foundation is a nonprofit agency dedicated to the protection, conservation, restoration of our ocean, surf breaks, and our beaches. Right now, the Ventura County chapter is working on a specific project called the Surferspoint Managed Retreat Project. That is happening in 2 phases, one of which has already been complete. So before I get into the details, I want to give everybody an overview of where we are working. Oh, I forgot I had this clicker. So, here is Ventura County. For those of you who have never been to Surferspoint, some big identifying features are the Ventura Pier. If any of you ride bikes or walk along the Ventura River, there is a bike path that goes along the river and up through the Ventura or the Surferspoint Promenade. If you've ever been to the Ventura County fairgrounds are right here. So this is essentially where we are focusing our project on. We are also surveying in downtown Ventura and various site locations. So, why are we restoring Surferspoint? Why are we talking about it and doing a managed retreat project here? Beyond the fact that sea level rise is a global issue, right here at Surferspoint, it was hit particularly hard in the 2015 king tides. King tides are really, really big waves that cause a lot of damage. That is actually a picture taken at the pier. This was after the king tides. That's the bike path. It was highly eroded, fell into the water, and since Surferspoint is such a local point, a big point for revenue for the city, it's important that we restored it. We have it open for all types of recreation, not just surfing. So phase 1 was completed back in 2011. Here's a nice picture showing you what was done. Before, there was a parking lot that was owned by the Ventura County Fairgrounds. The bike path had eroded, as we saw in the picture before. After the project, the Ventura County Fairgrounds were nice enough to donate that parking spot to become dunes that act as a barrier for storm surges, king tides, and so they replaced the parking lot with beach dunes and rebuilt the bike path along the way. The part of phase 2 that's going to happen is actually happening down coast of phase 1. So as you can see, a lot of sand is built up. We have a really good barrier, nice, beautiful vegetated ground. But up here where phase 2 is going to happen is actually actively eroding. If you were to go there today, you can see that the bike path and the railing is falling in the ocean as we speak. So, what exactly is phase 2? We're trying to basically protect the area down coast of the point. They want to move some of the parking lots, or the parking spots back, realign the bike path along there like they did similarly in phase 1. The question you're probably asking is, why isn't it happening? Obviously, this seems like a good thing for it. Right now, the Ventura County Fairgrounds are concerned that by pushing back the parking lot, they're going to lose parking spots and therefore revenue from the Ventura County Fair. So, now I'll pass it off to Josh to take it away with some objectives.
Thank you. Okay, so basically our objectives are like, what are we doing and why we're doing it. So we're going to be trying to figure out public awareness, try to gain insight and public awareness on what's going on at Surferspoint and how much people actually know about climate change and how it's affecting our local shores. We're going to accomplish this by using various polling methods at key areas of Ventura County, and then once we collect those methods, we're going to give those or collect those survey results. We're going to be using them to help the Surfrider Foundation sort of figure out how to go about moving forward with phase 2 of the project. So the deliverables, we're going to, we were asked by Kevin to do at least 100 surveys. We're ideally going for about 200. We're going to be handing in the PowerPoint, final PowerPoint presentation, and then we'll have all our survey results exported as an Excel spreadsheet to hand in. So progress checks so far, we've got about 92 surveys completed. We've established different survey locations. Lately, mainly, we've been hitting up the breweries, Topa Topa, Leashless, Ventura Coast Brew. We found that that's sort of a good spot to find locals because we're focusing on people just in the city of Ventura. And in the survey, we've included lots of questions that gauge public knowledge of Phase 2. What do you like about it? Do you know about it? How did you hear about it? And things like that. So I'm just going to go over a few of the questions, a few of the analyses of the questions we asked. So one of the first ones we asked people was how often do you visit the beach? As you can see, it's kind of split, 30%, a few times a year, so more seasonal beachgoers during the summer months. And then the other half are weekly, so we got a lot of surfers in there. A lot of people who live by the beach are going to go there more often. What type of beach do you prefer? This is a telling question because Phase 1 of the Mandan Shoreline Retreat restored the beach to its natural state, making it a wide sandy beach. And when we actually surveyed people, over 50% preferred this type of beach, which would show that moving forward with Phase 2 would actually be beneficial to the public. How often do you visit Surferspoint? Majority of people that we surveyed actually went there weekly, so it's got a high traffic area. And then what activities bring you to Surferspoint? Mainly walking along the bike paths, watching surfing, or actually surfing. Okay, and I'm going to hand it over to Monica. She's going to go for the rest.
All right, so how many people have we surveyed and or do they surf? So a lot of people that we surveyed, they do surf. Oops, where's the laser pointer? Is that red button? Okay. So over half of the people we surveyed do surf at Surferspoint, and they go more than 50% of the time, weekly and monthly, or no, less than once a year, and daily. Wait, no, shoot, I'm getting the colors mixed up. Sorry. Question 7, do you attend the Ventura County Fair? So a little more than half of the people do attend the fair. Are you aware of the beach restoration project? So a lot of people don't know about it. How did you first learn about the restoration project at Surferspoint? So a lot of people have never heard of it, and then most people say it's from school that they know about it, and word of mouth. So maybe from us, since we're talking to them about it. And then what people said they liked about it is restoring nature back to its original state and preventing beach erosion, and it's the best way to protect our shoreline. What people didn't like is that it's slow progression with no funding, and then increased parking problems for the fair. And they wish they knew more about it because they have no idea what it is. One of the other questions, are you aware of the plans for Phase 2? So again, not a lot of people know about it, so 85% of people that we surveyed don't know what this is at all, the managed retreat or the restoration project. Question 16, do you support the second phase? So people, they don't know about it, but they do support it. So after talking to them about it, they're like, yeah, I do support that. So you see about 85% of people saying that they do support it. Handing it off to Juliet.
Thank you, Monica. So we've noticed after talking to people, what people have expressed, because we opened up a comment section, because we realized after like trial and error that we need to open up a section that people can give their, other opinions. And for Phase 2, a lot of people want to see, they're more concerned about signs, informational signs, they want to know what's going on. And they want to know about the parking, because as of Phase 1, when that happened, it did make the beach wide and sandy like they liked it, but then they're also not happy because their parking was almost gone. It was very limited now. So they're wondering in Phase 2 if that was going to be the same issue. And they're also concerned that they wanted more wildlife protection. They like their animals, and then they also wanted to see more cleanup, such as like plastic removal along the beach, and they also wanted more information along the other areas. So some of the challenges that we have came across was pretty much just getting started. It was kind of just a lot of back and forth, like going over the questions, like how many demographic questions did you want, how many just knowledge, how many do you want to see even knew about Phase 1 or even Phase 2. So that kind of started us back. And then a lot of it was just figuring out like what kind of questions work, which ones didn't work, which ones were not, like we need to add in to see more information to make our information more helpful for Surfrider. And so with that, we had to add like never heard of it, because we realized like a lot of people don't even know what this is. We're not gonna make them put, you know, yes if that's not something that goes in that category. And then some of it was just like little errors that we were like, okay, we need to fix that to make it more clear for them. And then just surveying the right people, because a lot of these people can be people that are visiting the area. Obviously, they want information that people are going to be from Ventura, because those are the people that are going to be using the beach. You know, what are they using it for? And some of these people that we're surveying were just people that were out of town. They weren't really like from Ventura locals at all. So our next steps, continuing, is yes, we're at 92 surveys right now. Our goal is 200. We're obviously trying to surpass that because we're already almost there and we're not done yet. And just to keep updating our graphs and analysis. So far we are at 92, as I said, and by November 6th we hope to have 122 surveys logged in. And November 13th with 100 surveys logged in, 27th 200, hopefully before then or even more than that, and then our final presentation. Any questions?
That was great, thank you. I'm curious, so for the other groups that are doing sort of point intercept and then sort of take home server options, the 92 is really great because you haven't been at it for all that long. What is the secret of your success? Or is it really just going to the breweries? Because I'm a little skeptical that that's like really your prime objective.
I mean, it really is. The breweries help. We're going to places.
Do you have permission for a place like that? You're like, hey, can we pass these out to?
Well,
Yeah, we ask permission
yes.
first.
That's cool.
Yeah, we got in contact. Going to places like Toba Toba, they already support environmental, actions and making sure that we're supporting our local places. We don't. We go out as CSUCI students, not Surfrider Foundation, so I think that helps too, approaching it as like, hey, we're students, we're collecting this, we're not trying to sway your opinion. And the fact that our survey takes a minute and a half at most if you're really thinking about it, and we put pictures in, made it really easy. We give them the QR code on the phone. We decided to eliminate the paper, and that makes it easy because the Qualtrics that we're using, it immediately adds that data into a graph, so we don't have to crunch numbers or anything. It's just put right into there. So I think it's the shortness of the survey, the places that we're going, and the pictures help a lot.
Yeah, but we're aiming to try to go to the beach because Surfrider wants the information from the beach goers to see if, if they don't know that, then we're informing them as we are speaking to them, but also get that information from the people that use the beach every day or every week or every month or whatever it is. So that's what we're aiming
definitely
to.
plan to walk the $4
Yeah, no, I think that's
Saturday or
what
Sunday
our
morning.
shift is moving towards now.
Definitely.
Any questions from the gallery? Awesome, thanks.